That last drill was an approach drill. Now we're going to combine that footwork, or that idea of keeping our feet outside our hips, our knees inside our ankles, and our knees over our toes, with a big chest and a big butt to give us that arch in the back that we're looking for. And now we're going to incorporate a defender. And this drill would go into the follow-through category of drills. Remember, approach, contact, follow-through. This would be in the follow-through category, but I think this is where you want to do this drill before we get into sets and how do you set to an outside shade, an inside shade, etc. I think this is a good drill. I'm going to bring this forward here just a little bit. And what you're going to see here is we fit the defender into the offensive lineman. Our hands are on the defender. We want to keep some bend in our arms. We don't want our arms to be completely straight ahead, because once you straighten your arms out, the tendency is then to lean forward and fall. The defender is then going to spin. You know, the name of the drill is spin drill. And as he spins, we're going to try and stay in front of the defender and also keep separation from the defender so that he can't finish or start his whatever pass rush move he's trying to use. Now, the entire time we move here, we want to do it keeping our feet outside our hips, knees inside our ankles, knees over toes. I give them a 5-yard surface that they can use back and forth. That's pretty good. So you saw it from the front. Here it is from the back. Here's the same two guys from the side now. You want to use your arms like shock absorbers. Arms like shock absorbers. I'm going to bring these two guys back here and show them to you one more time. These two guys do a nice job. And again, as we start the drill here, you'll see how we start it. We got the defender to the side, so this is a good rep right here because this shows you exactly how we start the drill. The defenders are turned sideways. Our hands are on their shoulder. As an offensive lineman, you got to punch the surface that they give you. And here we go. Feet outside the hips, knees inside the ankles, knees over toes, chest out, butt out. You're gonna, again, I say that constantly because that's the body posture I want. We've got our hands on the defender. Coaching point for the hands. Use your hands like shock absorbers. Keep the defender off you, but keep some bend in your hands. And then as the defender spins, replace your hands on whatever body surface he presents to you. These two guys do a pretty good job right here. You want to keep separation without getting completely extended in your arms. Here's another group from behind, and then we'll see the same group here from the side. Coaching point for the guys playing defense. Make sure that they control the drill so that they don't run into each other. If they get a little close to the other group that's going, tell them to go back the other way. Here's the next follow-through type of drill. Very popular pass rush move is to rip. What we want to do to counter the rip as an offensive lineman is we want to put our near hand in their chest and our far hand to their hip. The near hand to the chest is going to be there to stop the upfield movement, stop the upfield push, keep the defender from getting his hips even with our hips. The hand on the hip is to distort the defender or to move the defender laterally. So here we go. This defender is ripping to his left, to the offensive right. So we're going to take our near hand and put it in the chest, and there's a good shot of it right there. Our far hand should go immediately to the hip. So you see that? That's a good shot of it right there. Near hand to the chest to stop the upfield push, far hand to the hip. And then the defender goes back and then goes the other way. Near hand to the chest, far hand to the hip. Other minor coaching point for this drill. We'll watch this guy here. Move your feet through contact. Don't stop your feet on contact as an offensive lineman because he's not going to stop his feet on contact. So here we go. Near hand to the chest, far hand to the hip. And then the defender goes back and then goes the other way. Near hand to the chest, far hand to the hip. And I'm going to let the next two, that's pretty good. Feet through contact is the final coaching point. And I'll let these next couple guys go here. You'll see a couple more guys are going to do it. You can rewind this as you feel you need to. In terms of an aiming point for the near hand, I tell them to put it right in the middle of the chest. You cannot afford to miss, so I don't give them a near target or a far target. I put it right in the middle. That way you've got a little bit of room for error. Near hand to the chest, far hand to the hip, feet through contact. Here's the next follow-through drill. It's really a counter drill to a bull rush move or a bull rush move and then a pull from the defender. And what you're going to see here is an offensive lineman is going to be locked up with a defender. We will have our hands inside on offense. The defender will have his hands on our shoulder pads or shoulders in this case. And what we're going to do is we're going to push the defender, the offensive lineman, we're going to push the offensive lineman back. We're going to pull him forward. We're going to give him pressure to the right and pressure to the left. So we're going to force the offensive lineman to react in all four directions. So here he is, good. Go one way, go the other way. Sit down as you get pulled forward. Brace as you get bull rushed. And then move side to side as you go one way or the other. I'm going to keep this in slow motion for one more player. Here's a left tackle. That's why his feet are staggered there. He's getting pulled, so he has to sit down. He's getting pushed, so he has to anchor. Now he's going to his right or the defensive left, back the other way. What are we trying to train in this drill? We're trying to train the body's ability to stay in the correct posture. Feet outside the hips, knees inside the ankles, knees over toes, chest out, butt out, while a defender is trying to get us out of it. The defender physically is trying to move us out of it. I'm going to let this run real time so that you can run it back and forth as you like in your meetings. Very good job here of keeping his base. Here it is from a different angle. Guy on the right is doing an excellent job. Again, up, back, side to side. When you start teaching the drill in the beginning, it's not the worst thing in the world to just give them two directions, up and back or side to side, and then incorporate the other two as you teach the drill.